In this session, we are going to talk about the total project cost. So we call that one as a TC, or total cost, that is equal to direct cost plus indirect cost. If we call direct cost as a C and indirect cost as a IC, so TC equal to C plus IC. So what is the meaning of the total project cost? Sum of all expenses required to complete the project. So let's just dive into the meaning of each of the categories. Direct cost, exactly, they related to the activities. So when we're talking about the direct cost, you exactly talking about the activities, not about something that not related to the activities. So what it can be, so when you go to Microsoft Project or Primavera, so you have got some resources. When you go to, for example, in Microsoft Project, you go to resource sheet, you state about the labor cost. So you have a one electrician, you pay $40 per hour, and overtime is that price. So it is that one. So wages for site worker, engineer, equipment, operator, the other resources, human resources of the project. The machine equipment cost, hire or depreciation cost. So we have got some machine in the project, so you put it on the resource sheet as a, for example, using the bulldozer or excavator, 10 hour, and each hour is, for example, $300. So that one is called for direct cost. So because that one goes to the activity. So excavator, crane, scaffolding. So a scaffolding, you can put that one as a direct cost. So you define scaffolding as activity, then just put that one as a direct cost. If you don't want to put some of the activities in the project, so then you can just transfer that one in the indirect cost to make get a more accurate cash flow. The other one is outsourcing. So when you had outsourcing the activities, you have got some subcontractor. For example, for electrician, it can be a plumbing, HVAC subcontractor, is a tiler, or can be flooring guy, or roofer, or anybody else. So in the MSP, we put that one as a fixed cost. We are not going to put that one on the resource sheet. We put that one as a lump sum price, as a fixed cost. Then you have got the transportation and delivery from any supplier. Delivery of the material or equipment to the project site from any supplier can come to this part. Specific project tools, for example, rental of the formwork, laser level, safety barrier for the site. So just be careful when you talk about the direct costs. These direct costs, when you want to define them in the Microsoft project, you can't just put the cost only. You should have an activity equal, or maybe it can be applied on that activity. So if you don't have an activity, so you can't find any activity, just put that one. You can go with the indirect cost. Testing and inspection. Site, for example, geotech, concrete strength testing, and land surveying, benchmarking, set out the site, so it can go with the direct cost. But you have got the indirect cost, so we call them overhead cost. They are not related to specific task or activity. So I categorize them here. So for example, we have got project overhead and administrative cost. Let's see what's the difference. Project overhead cost incurred at the project site level to support a specific project. For example, you have site office, you rent it. So temporary site office on a project site, or you have got site engineer salaries. So these are the overhead we pay on the project one. So we have got some people, they are on site for maybe a couple of months, and they are supporting the project. So because it's specifically for a project and ends when the project ends. So we have an administration costs, so costs associated with the running the business as a whole. So you have a company, this is a part of cost of your company that you just get profit something from the project and spend that on your company. So costs associated with running the business as a whole, not a specific project. So project overhead cost incurred at the project site level to support a specific project, but this one is just supporting the whole projects you have got. So for example, you have a portfolio, so you have got 10 projects. The cost of your office is $1 million per year. So then you can divide that cost between the different projects, or how many hours you just spend that one. So every company has their own specific expenditure for the administrative cost. So for example, you have a head office, you rent it, so you should pay rent monthly. Or you have got office admin staff salaries, so this staff can be somebody who do the HR or doing the finance or accounting or senior management or director. This all goes as an administrative cost. So also just go a little bit furthermore about the project overhead. We said about the site office rental, utilities, internet. Administrative costs is office staff salaries, for example HR, accounting and legal, lawyers, head office support, project manager or director or director's time share across multiple projects. Sometimes you have a project manager or senior project manager, he just spend hours in one project, hours in the other project. So in that case, it's getting complicated. You can put that fund, from the, you pay that fund, every monthly to every project. So you can consider that one as a indirect cost, and then calculation gonna be easier. So you have got equipment depreciation. So long term of the equipment like bulldozer, excavator, they are used on several sites. Then you have got depreciation. Sometimes if you buy that one new, it's going to be a different calculation. So insurances, so general liabilities, and also work cover, builder risk insurance, it's going that way as an indirect cost. And permit and licensing, construction permit, environmental compliances, and sometimes your company gets a license. And training and safety induction, you have got a Hamatech, you pay for that platform. PPE for general use, toolbox meeting. So sometimes you have outsourcing and bring somebody to train your staff, so it kind of goes as an indirect cost. Communication tools, software subscription, for example Microsoft Project, Primavera, Procore, or you have got Aconex. And sometimes you can bring the other software here as well. So meeting the marketing and tendering, cost to bid the project, prepare the proposal. So it's gonna cost you for, it can go in this part. Sometimes when you want to buy some document for tendering, you should pay for that one. It can come here.